Alright, so we'll keep an eye on the internet. Hopefully we don't drop too many frames. And we'll continue here. If it becomes too bad, we'll just have to stop, unfortunately. So this will be game number 3 now between Hex and Orcs of Newerth. We have Hex on the Legion side this time. Orcs of Newerth on the Hellborn side. Um, Again, we're doing replay casts here, so these games took place earlier in the week. We will fast forward here and we will go through the draft a little bit quicker. We are going to have, I believe, the same bands as the first game, which is Magnus, Gladiator, Engineer, and Moira. We are going to see a first pick of Torture come out here. Electrician going to be the response first pick into Aluna. Put it a little bit faster just to go through the draft here. We have a Martyr pick coming out for our Hellborn side. Hero we don't see all that often, so going to be interested to see how the Martyr plays out for them. They pick up the Hammerstorm into the Emerald Warden, so already a pretty unique style of draft coming out from our Hellborn side, to say the least. A little bit more standard, but the Torturer pick, not one we see all that often. The Emerald Warden I'm expecting to see played as a secondary support here. I think we will see the Electrician plus Emerald Warden lane in the long lane, with Martyr as the main support. At least that's what I'm expecting. If something happens outside of that, I will be a little bit surprised, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. We have the Madman, Trimble, and Sir Mensington bands coming out from Legion, the Deadwood, the Tundra, and the Zephyr bands coming out from our Hellborn side. The Zephyr band, pretty interesting. I'm not too sure if they would run a Zephyr with a Hammerstorm, but I suppose it would be possible to run a duo core there. The bands on the side of Legion make a lot of sense. We could see a secondary Strength Initiator picked up for that mid lane for perhaps. So they will go with those bands. We're going to see the Rampage pick coming out from Hex, the signature dude Rampage. Safe to say, comfort pick for them. And they will go with a final pick of Blacksmith. So they're going to finish it off with a bit of an oddball one with the Blacksmith, but we have seen them pick it up from time to time. And I think we're going to see a Blacksmith Rampage long lane. I mean, it sounds weird, but I think that's what we're going to see. I think we'll see a Luna with Hammerstorm in the short lane and Torture in the mid lane. That's what I'm expecting so far. If they do decide to go with anything outside of that, then that will catch me off guard at least. But we could see something like a Hammerstorm tri-lane as well. Rampage or Torture in a solo lane, as well as another hero in the solo lane. We're going to see a Bubbles come out here on the 4th pick for Orcs in Newerth. The Bubbles with the auto take cover. He can take cover the Torturer chains. Well, not the chains, the bonds. He can auto take cover. He can avoid the chain reactions with the take cover if he times it correctly. Can avoid the hammer throw. I believe he can take cover the Greater Rhino. Pretty hard to take cover the Blacksmith spells, but he can take cover the Flaming Hammer. The one being the Fireball being an instant stun. That one's pretty hard to, you can't take cover that. But the Power Throw, you can auto cast to cover that. So Bubbles, he can auto cast to cover quite a lot of abilities from the side of Legion. So quite a solid pick. They are going to go with the Malakin as the 5th and final pick to close out this draft. So we are going to see the Hammerstorm versus the Malakin matchup. And we've actually seen this matchup quite a few times. And we have seen, I believe, it go both ways as well. So I do like the Malakin against the Hammerstorm in equal farm. I do think the possession, giving him that fear effect, able to control the Hammerstorm if he doesn't get initiated on, gets his shrunken head off. But, the same can be said about the Hammerstorm. If he's able to get on top of the Malakin with a hammer throw, on top of the twin blades, the right clicks, it could be very scary for the Malakin as well, who doesn't have lots and lots of armor. Both heroes farm incredibly fast. With that being said, I do think Malakin needs his farming item being the Thunderclaw to keep up and farm with the Hammerstorm. I think the Whispering Helm comes online a little bit earlier. So if they're both off to the same start, I think Hammerstorm does do quite well in terms of getting the farm a little bit quicker. But the Malakin, no surprise to see him pick up the early Hyper Crown and just snowball the stacks down and skyrocket in GPM. So I think the matchup of Hammerstorm versus Malakin is quite an even one. We'll see who gets off to a better start here. We are going to have, as I actually guessed, the Rampage Blacksmith duo lane against a Malakin and Martyr. So a pretty tanky combination there. We have Bubbles against Torturer in the mid lane. I like the aggressiveness of the Torturer, but I do feel like the Bubbles has the ability to outplay here in the lane. How good he uses the take cover kind of will dictate the matchup there. And then we'll have an Emerald Warden versus Electrician duo lane coming out against the Hammerstorm Aluna. So actually predicted the lanes pretty much to the T. We're going to see a ward come out here from the Hellborn side. I believe it was not spotted from the Legion's ward. And I will probably miss Bloodlust because I have no clue which lane it's going to come in, but we will see what happens nonetheless. Neither side blocking their pull camp, so both meta lanes going to have the ability to use those pulls. We have a 3-1 Bubbles against a 0-3 Torture, so no last hits just yet for Torture. We'll pick up his first one there. Rampage gonna run into Martyr here. Already hits the level 2 though. Here comes the level 2 on Rampage. A lot of damage coming in. They're going to use the Fireball. And Martyr, he is going to go down for the Bloodlust kill. He cannot get his wings off in time. Doesn't spec the Soul's Conviction. And Malakin, is he going to go down here as well? Rampage will get juked there in the trees by Malakin. Sword Throw coming in. He's going to pour to it, but he's going to go down, unfortunately. So the Fireball from Blacksmith, they get 2 kills, and it ends up being worth it. So they get the Bloodlust kill there onto Rampage. And for once in my life, I didn't miss a Bloodlust kill. So 9-1 Bubbles against 6-4 Torture. More denies here for Tort. He will get a little bit more of the XP, but more gold coming the way of Bubbles. Bot lane, we're going to see the kill here onto Emerald Warden. Too much damage coming in, as actually Rampage came in with a charge here down bottom. So nice roam coming out from Dude as he picks up the boots with the Bloodlust there. And yep, Dude is already involved in 4 kills here at the under 3-minute mark. Hopefully the frames are not being dropped too much. We're going to see a charge attempt come in here onto the Bubbles. It's going to be take covered, but he will get the Horn Strike. He's going for the mana play here, but Rampage with the shield. Is he going to be able to turn this one around, take cover? And Bubbles, he's going to net himself a kill, but that means Torture is going to come in for the cleanup. So I think Rampage will actually gladly trade his life there. Hammer Throw comes out on the Electrician, but here comes the dive coming out. Are we going to see a port come in? Here comes Rampage once again. Dude being so annoying. They're going to get the kill here onto Emerald Warden. A beautiful block coming in onto Electrician. He's going to tank some tower hits here, and this is going to be another kill. Double tap coming in for Aluna. And Hammerstorm, he did end up falling, though, to Electrician, but man, Dude is already in 7 kills. Crazy rotations coming in from the Rampage here. as he's setting up kills in all the lanes. We're gonna have a charge coming in, it looks like onto Bubbles, and the take cover is available. He is going to get the Horn Strike here. Torture is not gonna go for the dive, because he's actually speccing the Impalement here. Here comes a Fireball stun from Blacksmith with that haste turn, and no shell serve up on the Bubbles. He is getting tower doped by 3 people. Take cover is going to come in. He almost makes the escape, but Rampage takes a tower hit. He will not end up falling. Meanwhile, Torture will end up using the TP on out to safety as the grip was on cooldown. And Blacksmith, he will just be a little bit too slippery with the haste rune. So, dude will actually deny himself, it looks like, to the jungle there. He buys out some items, but yeah, quite an interesting start here to game number 3. And oh no, I'm still dropping frames. Hopefully it's not too bad. Maybe you guys can let me know if it's really bad, we'll just stop the cast. If it's watchable, then I'll continue to cast. So you guys can let me know if the quality is okay or not. But yeah, we have Malikan. He's got the 1 death, but he's free farming here for now as the Blacksmith and the Rampage are doing a lot of roaming. We have Electrician off to the side here. Bubbles, he's gonna pour it in. He's only level 5 though. Hammer Throw comes out onto Emerald Warden. The grip comes out onto Illuna. It will wear off. The Power Throw, unable to get anything accomplished there. And the kill credit will go to Emerald Warden. But yeah, Malikan now free farming up here in the top lane. It's gonna get scary for Hex if they continue to let Malikan free farm. Sword Throw comes out to stop the pressure as well as the retribution. Here comes the possession from Malikan. He uses a chunk of his HP here. He's gonna get hit with a fireball stun, but the sword throw will not connect. Torture actually gets the kill into Bubbles here. I missed that one, but I'm not sure how that ended up happening. Solo. Martyr is gonna go down. And Malikan, he is going to turn it around with a kill onto Rampage. He has a sword throw coming up in 5 more seconds, but Blacksmith, he's got a stun coming in. Here comes Torture with the chain reaction stun, and there's the fireball. They will lock down Malikan, and Serial Killer now coming out for Snooki on the Torturer, and it's an 11-5 hero kill lead in favor of the Legion side. And yeah, that Invis rune coming into play there as they get themselves another kill on the Malikan. So the rotations from Rampage and the roam from Blacksmith. I miss a kill here in the bottom lane. They actually get the kill onto Emerald Warden. Hammerstorm has that Bruce Strength activated. Has another Hammer Throw coming up in 3 more seconds. Might not have enough mana with the power supply just yet, but we have Martyr porting into the bottom lane now. And Bubbles hits the level 6 here. He has a kill field ready to go. Any rotations coming in could be a kill here on the Torture. Here comes the kill field. And the doggo from Emerald Warden. He will take cover the stun. The silence. Torture is pretty tanky though. Here comes a port from Rampage. And the trap I believe was missed. So they're not able to set up anything here in the mid lane unfortunately. Torture, he's trying to be sneaky here. The doggos will spot him out though. Torture could be in some trouble. Here comes the silence from Warden. The kill field, the trap will unfortunately miss. Here comes Malikan as he fears him up, and they will secure the regen rune with Malikan coming over for a gank for Bubbles. Charge coming into the bottom lane. Electrician could be in some trouble as the fireball, and Rampage wasn't actually even needed there as they bring 4 players down to the bottom lane. So they are really addressing this Electrician this game number 3. In game number 2, we saw Electrician have quite the start, so they are not going to let that happen here again in game number 3, safe to say. We have Rampage and Blacksmith making their ways over. Here comes the charge onto Emerald Warden. The fireball stun into the power throw, and Martyr unable to get the wings off, and he could be in some trouble now, and he will end up falling as well. So once again, the four-man dives coming out from Polymorph as they secure themselves some more kills there. So they did get the tower kill in the end, and Hammerstorm will now be up to 430 gold per minute. Quite a lot of build up this game, so being forced to play kind of active, and he will be working now on onto his Whispering Helm. But Malikan, he picks up the Vault Stone. He's going to pick up the kill on the tower here, unresisted. So he's going to be on his way towards his Thunderclaw. He's farming on 483 gold per minute. Mid lane, we could have some dives coming out once again from Hex. Fireball, multicast coming out onto Bubbles. Here comes the wings though, and the stun from Aluna. Here comes Emerald Warden in the background. The chain reaction stun will land onto Martyr, but Torture, he's going to get turned on. Look at that damage. The power throw from downtown is going to take out Martyr, and now Blacksmith could be in some trouble as Malikan is here with the auto attacks, the possession on top. It's a double tap coming out for Emerald Warden, and they clean up both the Torture and the Blacksmith. They did get the kill onto Bubbles there, as it was an ultimate warrior streak coming out from Blacksmith, but he did end up falling. So a 2 for 2 in the end. Malikan, he is going to get really close to his Thunderclaw now. He has the possession up for 8 more seconds. He'll try to clean up the stacks here before that does wear out eventually. And I believe that is going to be the Thunderclaw. So we're going to have a 10.5 minute Thunderclaw here for the Malikan. Hammerstorm still needs a little bit towards his Whispering Helm, so quite a bit of build up here. Going to slow that down for him, unfortunately, but Malikan now going to continue to pick up his farm. Bot lane, we have Invisibility Rune on the Emerald Warden, but it was scouted out there by that Rev Ward. Grip will hold Hammer in place, but now they're looking to turn it onto Electrician. The wings come out from Martyr. Will it be enough to save Electrician in the end is the question, and it looks like it might be enough, as they're not going to go for another kill here. Bubbles coming in from the flank. He's going to pour it in with the Shell Serve, but Hammer is going to be just fine. And looks like nobody will end up dying. Meanwhile, mid lane, Malikan, he does not have a fear for 20 more seconds. Torture will be just fine in the end. Rampage ports to the top lane where he will get himself to level 6. But yeah, he's been in 13 kills in 11 minutes. Most of that happening in the first 5 minutes. So it's kind of slowed down a little bit, but Hex still sitting on a 17 to 8 hero kill lead. But the golden XP is still pretty even. Here comes a stun onto Bubbles. The double doggos coming out onto both Blacksmith and Aluna. The solo Kelfield coming out onto Aluna. The silence coming out, and they will get the kill there. Emerald Warden picking up that kill. Blacksmith, I believe he's going to be fine here. Bubbles will pick up the Mystic Rune here. He's going to pop it. The Shell Surf, or the Take Cover, excuse me, coming out. Rampage has a greater Rhino. He's trying to get vision onto Bubbles, but he will Shell Surf to safety. Tower kill will go down in favor of Hex here, as they are forced to fall back. Here comes a charge onto Emerald Warden. The port coming in, the power throw on top. And Blacksmith, he's going to end up falling in the background to the Bubbles as Malikan ports in. Still has a possession ready to go. Electrician with the Veiled Rot. It's going to be broken. They're going to get the catch here onto Aluna. The power throw, though, will take out Emerald Warden. Meanwhile, the Greater Rhino. Here come the wings onto Malikan. He's going to get hit with a ultimate here from Martyr. And they're going to turn it around. Hammerstorm taking a lot of damage here. Torture, he will go down to Malikan. And now Hammer versus Malikan. Who's going to win this fight? As Hammerstorm, he's going to be forced to fall back. The Retribution will take him out. It's a double tap from Malikan. And I believe, a complete genocide as Blacksmith fell early on in the fight. They lose the Bubbles. So, yep, some great fight coming up for Orcs and Newerth, and they're slightly in the lead in terms of gold, and they take about a 2,000 experience lead.
You are cleansed for death.
Here comes a grip from Electrician. Trap comes out on top. Blacksmith, he's going to get locked down. Torture picks up a portal key. He is here in the fray with that Torment doing lots of damage, but here comes the wings onto Electrician. And the trap will unfortunately miss. Torture will be fine for now. The shell serve is going to connect onto a Luna, but Bubbles not interested in going in there with the Song of the Sea. Galfield's unavailable. Hammerstorm ports up to the top lane, where he will, he doesn't pick up a creep just yet. So we have Bubbles sitting on 1,300 gold. Electrician, we'll see if he goes for the gnomes this game or not. He might just go for an early portal key. Malakin is going to steal away some of the Legion's jungle here with that Thunderclaw, but here comes the stun from Torture, the charge from Rampage, the wings is going to protect him for now. Here comes the ultimate from Martyr, and Malakin gets his possession off. Will he be able to turn this one around? It looks like it. The green sword is up, the sword throw is out, and he will take out a Luna on top of Rampage. Great plays coming in from the Martyr to save Malakin here. As Torture and Hammerstorm are forced to fall back, they make it a 3-for-0 team fight. So Malakin just too tanky with Martyr behind him. The hand in hand. I always forget the name of that. So this will be a tier 2 tower kill here. Too much damage coming in as all 4 players here are hitting the tower. And Bubbles
You should have
will be close
seen
to
your
his portal
face.
key.
It went.
Ha ha ha, look at Bloodlaw, shit noob, pretending to be the best Arabian Hun player of all times. Not while I'm still alive and kicking. Look at him on Malaikan, he looks like Bambi on ice. He should watch more of my YouTube videos and Twitch broadcasts.
So we see a almost 6,000 gold lead now for Orcs, as they don't pick up the portal key on Bubbles. Actually, they go for the spell shards, which could be okay. There's a couple of vestments picked up here on the Hellborn side. Malakin, I think I saw him pick up a Firebrand, but he's also sitting on 1,700 gold. He doesn't go for the Whispering Helm. I'm a bit surprised by that. Not valuing the armor from the Whispering as well as the extra lifesteal. Top lane, we have the tower picked up here by the Blacksmith and the Rampage. Here's the Spell Shards level 2 for Bubbles. It looks like Electrician will be going into a Barrier Idol this game. I think that's a pretty solid pickup. They're going to get the catch here onto Hammerstorm with the Kelfield on top of the grip. And that will be a kill onto Hammerstorm. And Orcs of Newerth is looking really solid here once again. There is the Spell Shards level 3. No, that was the Spell Shards level 2. He has enough gold for the level 3. We'll see if he does end up picking it up before the portal key. Top lane, Rampage could be in some trouble. Martyr is going to get in range for a Retribution here, and boom. Rampage will fall. Here comes the portal key chain reaction stun. Aluna with the follow-up, the power throw coming in. Is it going to be enough damage to slow from Electrician with the cleansing shock? Martyr comes in with the wings, and Electrician just too damn tanky with that Shaman's Hedges picked up. So they will not be able to get a kill here. Hammerstorm picks up his Arcana. He's working on the Twin Blades next. Blacksmith, I think he's working on a Jade Spire, but Not really farming the best, only at 194 gold per minute. $2,300 gold saved up on the Torture. Goes for a Sand Scepter. Okay, so they want a way to deal with the wings here from Martyr. Could definitely understand that one. And perhaps they can bring down the Malakin before the Guardian or the Hand in Hand comes out. But he picks up a full Geometer's Bane on the Malakin, so a lot of attack speed. We're going to have Emerald Warden go down to a power throw here as he gets caught initially by the Rampage, it looks like. Baba Sweetheart! Take cover comes out. Here comes the Barrier Rattle from Electrician. Greater Rhino will lock him down. Here come the Guardian Angels, though. AKA the Wings, but Malakin is now here with the possession. The right clicks are coming in from the Geometer's Bane, and Blacksmith will melt. Rampage going to take some heavy pressures. The Cleansing Shock will slow him down. Torture will pour down out to the base, so Hex is going to concede this fight. Here comes the TP to the Sword Throw. Some nice jukes in the tree line coming out from Dude, but will it be enough in the end? Speed up from Electrician. Oh, the final auto attack, not enough for the kill there. So Malakin only picks up the one kill. They did lose the bubbles in the end as the Martyr ultimate was not able to come out in time to save him, unfortunately. But they trade Blacksmith for bubbles. Actually, that does favor Hex a little bit, but how is Hammerstorm going to catch up to this Malakin, though, is the question. He is only farming 400 gold per minute, and there is no breathing room coming out from the side of Orcs, as Malakin is sitting way ahead at 600 gold per minute. And he is going to run into the Aluna here. He's going to throw out the Sword Throw. It will connect. He ports to it. Here comes the Hammer Throw, though, from Hammerstorm. Power Throw coming in. Rampage is now here, but the Geometer's Bane, that is why you pick up the Geo Bane, baby. Breaking the charge there from Rampage. But here comes a stun from Torture. The Hand in Hand from Martyr. And Malakin is now ready to go once again. He does have a possession. He is going to take down very low here. They get the kill onto both Luna and Blacksmith, and now Hammerstorm will fall as well. So 3 kills go in the way of Orcs, and they might look to turn it into a Kongor steal. Rampage is here. We'll see if he does decide to go for a steal attempt. But looks like Torture is not interested. He takes the bottom rune. He will move to the bottom lane to perhaps counter push. And this will be a steal here on the Kongor. So Orcs takes a almost 10,000 gold lead now, on top of a 6k experience lead. We almost have a Storm Spirit picked up here by Martyr. Malakin, I think it's safe to say he will go for a Shrunken Head next. As he's not really valuing the Whispering Helm at all this game, which I suppose is okay. He's making great usage of the Geometer's Bane. Electrician probably wants to pick up a Portal Key next. We see the Glowstone here from Torture, so either an Icon or a Staff. Bubbles gets caught here in the top lane. I missed that initially how he got caught. Could have been a Blacksmith stun. Not too sure. Maybe he got stunned by the Hammerstorm. But no Portal Key, so actually not sure how he got caught there. But either way, a good pick off on the Bubbles. Second Kongor being attempted here by Orcs. This will get them a token. Grip comes out. Malakin. Gucci. He drops something. Maybe it was a hatchet. I don't know. He drops something. He picks up a token. He's happy. Shaman's on Rampage. Twin Blades on Hammer. They're using a lot here on the Token of Life Malakin. He ports in after using the Geometer's Bane. They're going to get the 1 kill onto Rampage. Hammer will port out in the trees. They have a Kelp field ready to go. Oh, they didn't see a Luna porting out in time, unfortunately. So they only get the 1 kill. Torture is now up to 440 gold per minute, so he's been split pushing really well. He's gonna maybe pick up the tower here. It looks like it. It'll go to the team. Sitting on 2100 gold. We'll see what he picks up with the glowstone. Off to the side here, we got Emerald Warding eating a greater rhino, but the wings come out to prevent any damage. Malakin has a token for 1 minute and 30 seconds. The tower is going to melt here with the damage buff. And the Rexes are going to fall. Hex is not able to take this fight down by so much. There's the portal key on Electrician. Shrunken Head picked up on Hammer, onto Malakin as I get my hero names mixed up once again. Gnome's Wisdom on the Emerald Warden. There's the portal key on Bubbles. So they have a couple of portal keys. Electrician gonna get caught here. He goes down. Great find coming out from Hex, as it looks like they were a little bit scattered here. Blacksmith ports in here with the Jade Spire, but I don't know if they're gonna get another catch here. The token's still up for 39 seconds. Not really looking to commit into a head-on team fight despite being down a player. So we will see Bubbles get caught here actually, but he will shell surf to safety. Does he has to take cover up very soon. He's got to put that on autocast. He's gonna use the regen rune here.
You are cleansed for death.
Poor Rampage, he gets caught. Nice taunt coming out. I like that. The Buffaloes. Torture still hasn't bought an item. I wonder what he's going for. Blacksmith could be in some freaking trouble here.
You are cleansed for death.
Waza Screamer. 40 seconds on the Blacksmith. We'll see if Orcs looks to push this here. Comes Hammer. He's gonna get gripped up though by Electrician to start things off. Here comes the spells from the team support. No Shrunken Head on Hammer, and this will be a kill onto Hammer. He does have a buyback. He will use it immediately. Martyr is going to get the ultimate off. He has the Storm Spirit still ready to go. The wings are on top of him. He's gonna go with the TP here. Aluna, is she going to fall? Yes, she will. Torture taking heavy pressure here. Bubbles is not going to go for the kill. Torture does pick up that Staff of the Master, by the way. Here comes Malakin, though, and he will end up falling. So his domination streak will fall as they dove the tower very recklessly there. The buyback coming in from Hammer, securing another kill. Hammer, is he going to, or like Emerald Warden, excuse me, he will end up falling as well. There was a buyback coming in from Martyr there. Not too sure what that was about. He was not going to get back into the fight before it did conclude. But Malakin picked up a portal key there. And unfortunately, they get a little too tunnel vision there as they... What the heck? Okay, Bubbles just suicided. Got the kill on the Hammer, but he ported into his surf. Rampage takes him out there. So there was one buyback from Hammer, one buyback from Martyr. Very, very strange fight. Looks like Malakin never got his Shrunken Head off either. Martyr could be in some trouble. The wings come out, but he has the Sand Scepter. Off cooldown, actually. Didn't matter in the end. pretty big throws coming out there, but we'll see if it's enough of a throw in the end. Hammer's still really far behind with that buyback. Not too close to his shrunken head just yet. Looks like this one's the real one. They actually all look the same. Okay. So, interesting fights happening all over the place. Bubbles picks up a blessed orb. Oh boy, is that going to be a null stone? Could be. Tower will fall here with Malikan using the Geometer's Bane. He's going to go for the upgraded Hyper Crown, it looks like. No. Hammer is just about to finish his Shrunken, it looks like. But, is he gonna end up dying here is the question. I'm gonna go for the TP, but here comes the grip. And Hammer is dead. D-E-D. D-E-D. Didn't buy out his Shrunken either. Questionable plays coming out from Hammer Storm. Here comes the Shrunken and the Geometer's Bane from Malikan. The right clicks are freaking gnarly, man. Holy cow. That is some damage with the cleave as he takes out both Luna and Blacksmith simultaneously. The stun from Torture will happen here. And that might save Rampage in the end. Electrician, he's on the hunt, but on the hunt in the wrong direction. And that's 3 kills now. Hammerstorm without a buyback. This will probably be another Rax, and that could honestly do it for the game here. As Hammerstorm not buying out that Shrunken and getting caught there in the top lane. Rip comes out, a dive happening onto Torture. He does pick up the staff upgrade, looks like to Blacksmith, but I foresee this being the beginning of the end here. Hammerstorm does respawn, but again, without a Shrunken, what can he really do here? The Storm comes out on the Hammer throw, and that will be the second set of Raxes. They have 50 seconds on the Torture, dead as well as he just bought out that Legacy for Blacksmith. Here comes a Blink initiation from Malikan. That's going to catch them off guard. They get the kill onto Rampage. Will they be able to get another kill? They do get the kill onto Hammerstorm. And once again, Hammer not having any goal for a buyback here. So sword throw, auto attacks, Blacksmith falls. That will do it, I think.
You should have seen your
Zebo
face.
comes out, and Orcs and Newerth will take game number 3 here.
Hey Wyke, you got some explaining to do. Why did you remove my guides and put your 1800 MMR Insight guides there? I installed Hun and wanted to play my favorite hero Balfagor, and there is no Abyssal Skull in essential items. Fuck you and guides, clown.